Well, hello. It's about 30 seconds too soon. Now it's 2:30. Anyway, today's live stream features me and Gingy, and I'm using my computer for the first time uh, to do this live stream rather than my phone. And so bear with me while I. Oh God, put the light back on. Okay, that's much better. All right. While I just kind of figure out my lighting and other boring things. And I didn't realize, well, I guess it's all right. I don't know. Anyway, me and Gingy and I are here for you. We tuck him in here. Gingy is the hello first person who is probably one of my kids, but you know what? Thank you for being here, possibly supporting your mother. And I am going to put something in the chat because, oh, they already left. It better not have been one of my kids. All right, test. Welcome, welcome. Oh, okay, look at that. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Oh no, are people going to think this is supposed to be a fishing video? Sorry, no one gets that. No one gets that joke. Not even a joke. It's a mom joke. Are mom jokes like dad jokes? Gingy, we get. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh, what am I just going? Turn that off right now before I get copyright strike. Anyway, so today's video is going to be about working on a gauge square for a sweater that I'm planning. And I was properly measured by my daughter, who is a seamstress. And so I'm going to work the gauge square so that my sweater comes out correctly because I am a little bit bigger than I used to be for my other sweaters. So anyway, and also we're going to be talking about gaslighting and narcissism because that's the only thumbnail that I had saved on my computer. So that's why we're doing that. All right, so this is the yarn that I'll be working with. It's from Red Heart, which is from Yarn Inspirations, and it's from the Unforgettable line, and it is a gorgeous variegated yarn, which you can't really see, but here's some of the colors. And for the it comes with a free pattern on the front for the scarf, which it's not what I'm making, but I'm going to tip this down. Is that better? So you can see Gingy in the scarf. Okay, I'm going to tuck him in. Okay, anyway, so it's a size 6 hook for both the free pattern that comes on here and for just in general use. And even though when you look at the yarn, it seems kind of thin and that it would be weird to use a size 6, trust me, you need to use a size 6. If you go too small on the hook, which I have done in the past, don't make my mistakes, it really takes away from the beauty of the yarn. So yeah, you can use a smaller hook, it just kind of takes away from the yarn. So here is something that I had made before, and I am going to take this all apart because what I wanted to do with it was I was going to have the lines going horizontal and then vertical, and it just was going to hang right. And I talked about this yesterday in my live stream yesterday. So my live streams tend to continue. They start with like a project, and then I come back the next day and it supposedly has been finished, and then I start something else. So it kind of continues. So I got behind on this, excuse me, because I am still learning a lot about editing and streaming and all that good stuff. So I'm going to just start today with this is my project. Thank you, first person, for being here with me and Gingy. And Gingy is because I posted a picture of Gingy on TikTok where I have a channel. Is that how you, okay, whatever. And the kids really liked it. And there we go. Have a lot of viewers that are children because I'm a substitute teacher. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here. And this is the first time I'm using my camera on my computer, and I'm just getting used to it because it is not a mirror image, and whatever little technicalities. Anyway, so I'm going to be taking this apart, and this is what it looks like when it's balled up. Here's some of it, and the lighting. It's just gorgeous color. The lighting could be a little bit better, but look how pretty that is. And here's another ball. And if you're going to make something, uh, this variegated kind of yarn is wonderful for a first time crocheter because you can pick a very simple stitch, single crochet, half double, double crochet, and just do a straight back and forth, no fancy stitches or anything. And the yarn will make it super pretty. And I know that for a fact because I have made items with this yarn before. And I will be doing a video on the sweaters that I've made over the years. That will be coming, I guess, as soon as I do it. So, anyway, okay. So back to this. So I'm just gonna finish balling this up, and I'm taking it from here. And you don't, if you're gonna ball up your yarn, you don't want to make it too big because if you're pulling from the center, here's the center tail. If you're pulling from the center and it's too big, it's going to collapse in, and then it might cause tangles. And then if you're like me, you might not feel like making it neater. And then when you go back to use it, it's very frustrating because it's like a big pile of big mess. Anyway, and then when you're balling up your yarn, I just stick it on my thumb. That's how I learned. And I just turned it slowly. I've done this thousands of times. And you can't be completely neat. If you're very neat, the yarn will fall off. So it's supposed to look a little bit messy as you're going around. And I just do one wrap and then turn it just a little bit. Excuse me. And that way, it does look a little bit sloppy, kind of. I don't know if that's my perception. Look how pretty it is. So, but this way, it won't fall apart. And yeah, so after I ball this, I'm going to use a size 6 hook, and I'm going to. There's no standard for for a gauge, and a gauge square is just how you have to use your math skills. Sorry, I should have gave you a spoiler or a trigger alert, where you can use your gauge square to determine how many stitches you need and how to size it properly. Oh no, I did scare those 2 people away because I said math. Math is lovely. Don't be afraid of the math. So look, I even have a little knot in there, so gotta pull that out. So I'll be working on that. And I apologize that there was like no notice on here. There was notice, but I forgot to hit done. So it didn't load until about 2 minutes before I started. It was only going to be like 15 minutes notice, but anyway. So I am learning, and I don't normally use this computer. It's my home laptop because I'm used to having a work laptop, and I don't have a work laptop anymore. So it's that. That's the way it goes. It's the way the cookie crumbles. And I am saying that from the odds went out. In my head, it sounds just like that guy, and it's not. Anyway, now I'm babbling. I'm gonna whisper in case someone's on there. I'm not sure if they should be here. All right, so look, now it's into the turquoise. You can't really see the turquoise on here. It looks like a regular blue, but it's just this gorgeous yarn. This yarn is a little bit more expensive than the Caron yarn, which is what this blanket is made out of. And this is a scrap blanket. But if you use your coupons and build up a little supply, or just buy it as you can either, I'm sorry, for a project, you might want to buy all yarn at one time if you can, or you can buy it as it goes on sale because you don't have to worry about a dye lot because this is a man-made fiber. Just remember, you cannot iron this. I don't know why you would want to. So there. Okay, so now I'm gonna rip this out, and I have a hard time because I have ADHD. Doesn't everybody? No, not everybody has it. Trust me, if you have it, it's a challenge. It's not necessarily a pleasant thing to have. Anyway, I have a hard time finishing something I've started because my brain has already moved on to the next topic. So that's yeah. Okay, so I'm just undoing this little knot, and I'm going to cheat and do a little snip here because I'm too impatient to do that, to try and untangle it. All right, so I'm going to just ribbit this out, which is what ribbit is. It's ribbit, ribbit. But we make it sound fun, like ribbit. So yeah. And even though my stitches are nice and clean, because this is kind of fuzzy, the yarn gets stuck. So normally with a regular smooth acrylic yarn, you should be able to just pull it all straight out as long as you haven't crocheted into the fibers. But with the variegated yarn, sometimes the fuzz gets caught, and it does take a little bit longer. So sometimes, you know. All right, Gingy is making me feel uncomfortable. I'm going to put Gingy up here. Can you see him? This is for my little friends from TikTok if they come on here. And Gingy is one of the toys that I have left from when we saw Shrek. When Shrek, the first one, was released, and we saw it as a family in the movie theater. So this is one of the toys. We used to have so many Shrek toys. We used to even have that scene with Princess Fiona, and they're eating the rat on they're roasting the rats. We used to have a little tiny little rat on a stick. Isn't that funny? So, all right. Can you be here? Can't even see you. That's all right. Go back up here. You sit on my shoulder. Get on there. Okay, I am not used to having this camera, which is not a mirror image, so keep doing things the wrong direction. No one cares. And then this is not blue in real life. This is let me see if this is a green, so it's emerald and this beautiful purple, and then this nice neutral beige. This was going to be a blanket. It was supposed to be, it's this blanket's pattern, but I didn't like how the holes were so big. So I did this with a half double crochet. And I've made blankets with a single crochet. It takes a really, really long time. So I didn't do that. Anyway, so this is what I was wearing. So I'm going to put this, we'll put this over here. And we'll just tip Gingy in the background. If anyone, oh, look how cute he looks. Okay, so then my hair's in, okay, my hair's in the way. If anyone wants to say hi to him, I can always bring him on. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, it's right here. So I live in the city of Phoenix, which is like the hottest city here in the United States. It's really hot out, so I don't really get to wear my sweaters very often because it's just too hot. So um, I just remembered now, thank you ADHD, that I was going to make a sweater with my silk yarn. Silk as a natural fiber is good for keeping you warm and good for keeping you cool. so so maybe I'll finish this project, and maybe I won't. Who knows? Depends on how I feel. And nobody's here, so I don't think anyone. Oh, someone's here. Thank you for being here with me and Gingy. He's my guest today. My guest today. I'm hoping someone from TikTok is here and they understand why Gingy is here. I posted a picture of him and he got a lot of views, and I thought that was funny, so I thought he would be here. Oh, the yarn is making me sneezy. Right, there's another thing where I had to join the yarn, so I had to unweave this with my fingers. Anyway, so okay. don't even know if I have enough of the silk yarn. The silk yarn is in, I did a massive cleanup and it's in one of the large containers. Oh, ooh, I'm sorry. So much fuzz at my nose from the yarn. Um, but I'm ordering some more small containers. Then I'm going to sort from the big into smaller containers so that it's even more organized. And I'm a little bit stressed because it's July 10th and school starts for students in my district on August 7th. And I'll be coming back today as a not, I mean, this year as a non district employee. So I don't know when I'm starting. I'm starting on the 7th. I hope not the first day of school, because I need to prepare a lot of stuff beforehand. So I'm getting a little bit stressed because I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back already. When I was growing up 1,000 years ago, we had the whole of July off and August, and we went back in September. We went back after Labor Day, the first Tuesday following the first Monday of Labor Day. So, uh, so it's kind of a rip off now. The kids don't get the entire 3 months off. But oh, everything changes all the time. If you want to be successful in life, you need to be able to adapt to change. That is a lesson for everybody. All right, I'm going to try not to be too upset that there's nobody here, um, because it's my fault. I didn't have a very good thumbnail and I didn't have my notice up in time. So let's just say that. My fault. So yeah. Okay, so I got that going again. And just going to do this. So if I don't have a few more people pop in, I'm probably just going to click off here in 12 and a half minutes. So I will do a straight half hour and that will be fine. So yeah. Um, so when I go back to school this year, I will be doing, well, as of today, things can change. Things can always change, and they often do. I'll be going back for sixth grade through October 1st or through October 31st. I'm not quite sure. So I'll be doing sixth grade. And contrary to popular belief, I really like middle school students. I like talking to them individually um, and tutoring individually. But when you get middle school students into a group, that's when things become a little bit more challenging because it is middle school. And in our school, middle school, I can only house seventh and eighth grade just due to size. So sixth grade is still out with elementary. So they tend to think of themselves as elementary, but I'm not in middle school yet. But they are. And you should not be surprised when they misbehave because that's what being a little kid is all about. It's learning your way as you're going through the big neurological change that is, I'm not going to say the P word, but that's the change. So anyway, I got another little knot here. How frustrating. There's a gorgeous purple part. Got purple. Okay, can't really see it. So I think part of this is that this is not showing up in the shorts feed, which is I think YouTube wants us. Oh God, look at my bags. Wants us to do live streams in a vertical instead of a horizontal. So probably what I'll do is I'll go off right at 3 o'clock, maybe even sooner, and just start again in a vertical on my phone. So so we'll see. So I'm not going to call this a complete loss, but that's probably what I'm going to do. And I'm whispering because I don't want to anger the algorithm. Like, oh, there's a knot here that I can't get out. Don't want to keep cutting this. All right, I cut it one time, so I'm not going to keep cutting it. Okay. Now that didn't do nothing. All right, and then if I do a live feed from my phone, I can have a better thumbnail. So that is something too. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in the container. And I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to start another one. So, hey, if anybody's here and it's showing that you are not here, I apologize for ending early, but I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, so we're going to end.